is the story of a bell.
It's a great symbol.
It's the story of Marlborough, Massachusetts, where the bell hangs today.
Well, the bell stands here today as a tribute to the anti-slavery movement.
And the story of Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, where the bell used to be.
As you can see, there's the bell cupola right there on top of the engine house.
There's a question of perspective.
Everything says we stole it. Well, from what I read in the book also, we have permission to take the bell.
This is the story of the John Brown Bell.
It's probably the second most famous bell in America. It was here in Harpers Ferry at the time of John Brown's raid.
The year was 1859. Abolitionist John Brown and 21 men prepared to raid the U.S. arsenal at Harpers Ferry.
His plan was to start a civil insurrection with the slaves, and he chose the engine house at the arsenal at Harpers Ferry for his headquarters.
And Marlborough legend has it that the bell was going to play a role.
The bell was going to toll to signal this mass uprising.
But it didn't happen as planned. After the arsenal was attacked, Brown and his men were surrounded. A battle ensued. 10 of Brown's men were killed, including 2 of his sons. John Brown surrendered. He was tried and hanged.
And the bell that he was going to use to signal his great uprising never tolled and remained silent.
But the bell's story was only beginning. 2 years after John Brown's raid, the Civil War had just begun. Soldiers from Marlborough were sent to Harpers Ferry.
And a small group of Marlborough men went to the fire station at Harpers Ferry looking for something for a souvenir. And it had been pretty much cleaned out, but they spotted the bell in the tower.
Thinking that Marlborough needed a bell for its firehouse, they climbed to the cupola and took the bell. Years later, participants wrote,
"Realizing that our treasure was the property of Uncle Sam, we made direct application to the government for it, and in due season received permission from the War Department to appropriate the bell."
But the bell only got as far as Williamsport, Maryland, the soldiers' next encampment. The men left it in the care of a local woman while they continued with the war. 30 years went by, but then, 1892, while attending a veterans convention in Washington, D.C., the surviving Marlborough vets remembered the bell. They went to Williamsport and amazingly found the woman. And yes, she had the bell. For many years, she kept it buried in her yard. Quietly, one of the Marlborough vets, James Gleason, boxed up the bell and spirited the relic north to Marlborough. Only after the bell was safely out of Williamsport was the truth told. Gleason later wrote,
"The people there were much chagrined when they found they had been so easily outwitted by the Yankees, for now they realized what a treasure they had lost."